This has been just a completely awful day all around. I've guessed everything wrong, and I've probably also misplayed 3 or 4 times. "16 boards, BBBL weekend game. Partner opens a no trump. We have an interesting hand. I know we've learned a few things about the robot system over a no trump, such as if I bid 2 clubs and partner bids 2 diamonds in response to Stamen and he doubles, then we can't conduct an auction from there, which seems ridiculous. But this doesn't feel like the type of hand where I want to do much more than I was going to say, if I had the ability to bid 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 2 spades to show this hand, I might do that. A lot of players would play this as like expert standard methods, I guess, depending on what you call standard over a no trump, is to play that as 5 spades and an invitational hand. And specifically an invitational hand that would rather play a 5-2 spade fit than play 2 no trump. Because if you had a invitational hand that would rather play 2 no trump than a 5-2 spade fit, you would transfer to spades and then bid 2 no to let your partner play in 2 no or 3 spades. We don't have that available to us because I think the robots play... Actually, I'm not sure. Now that I'm thinking about it, I know they don't play garbage Stamen. So 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 2 hearts is something that I've kind of forgotten what it shows. Okay, for science, we'll bid 2 clubs again. I think I'm going to bid 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 2 spades and see how this works. Okay, invite in a major, 5 spades, 4 hearts. Not really what we have. I would kind of prefer to sign off, but I have some distribution. So if partner decides to bid 4 spades, so be it. Well, we've kind of... Hey, Eric. We've kind of wrong-sided this, and it looks like it might actually matter in a pretty big way. The opening club lead kills our communication with the dummy before we can unblock the diamond ace. Not what I was hoping to see. I guess let's duck this trick. I feel like we might have already lost the board because it's possible East won't lead a club from their side. And we might have an opportunity to actually pitch a club loser, ruff a hardened North Sand, and come out with 10 tricks. You played this in quick tempo while on a bus. Not the best tournament. 2 misclicks. That's quite a few in 16 boards. Disappointing. Well, better luck next week for sure. I guess I'm going to duck this. We do have some concerns, like if they lead 3 rounds of hearts, what are we supposed to ruff with in dummy? But all right, East wins the king of clubs, switches to the king of hearts, continues a low heart. And a diamond back around to our ace. Okay, I think we're in pretty good shape now. I am going to try and pull some trumps. So spade to the king. spade return, and now we just have the rest. 140. Still a little bit unclear. I mean, presumably East would lead a high heart if it had gone to no trump, 2 hearts, 2 spades, all pass, for example. Although, I mean, maybe this East would lead a diamond. And so there's a very realistic possibility on a diamond lead that we end up with 170. Actually, I think it's pretty likely that people score 170, at least against these opponents, if you transferred heart. So this might be a bad board to start out with, but we do learn a little bit about robot system. 2 spades here, invite with 5 spades and 4 hearts. Board 2, pass by East. I'm going to pass. Partner opens heart. I will bid 1 spade. Partner bids 3 hearts. We should probably bid game. I think 4 hearts is going to be better than 3 no, given our shape. Let me just think for a second about the possible hands partner can hold, because this is a little bit of an unusual auction. Since in 4th seat, our partner already could have opened 2 hearts to show a minimum opener with 6 trumps. And I don't think I've ever had like a reasonable discussion with another player, expert or not, about what the difference is between opening 2 hearts in 4th seat and having the auction go like a heart, 1 something, 2 hearts. Because they have to be distinct, right? You can't just say that opening a heart and rebidding 2 hearts is the exact same as opening 2 hearts. You don't need 2 methods to show the same hand. Like, it would make sense to me if one of them shows a better suit. And so I think that's possible, in which case this 1 heart followed by jumping in hearts auction has some merit. But if like opening 2 hearts shows a minimum with 6 hearts, then 1 heart, 1 something, 2 hearts shows extras with 6 hearts. This 3 heart bid is not necessary. It just doesn't exist anymore. Anyway, I'm going to bid 4 hearts. I mean, we have 3 kings. Partner has a 15 count. See, this is kind of like the thing. Our 2 heart opener in 4th seat would already encompass like most hands that are like slightly weaker than this, like 14 counts, or this type of hand without a singleton diamond, 6-3-2-2. Anyway, we're in 4 hearts. Jack of diamonds the lead. I am going to, I assume I'm going to duck. Both of the times when you open 2 of a major in 4th seat, your partner jumped to 4. That can't be good. That's not the bid you want to see when partner's a passed hand. Oops. Jack of diamonds. I guess I'm going to play low. If this is Jack Doubleton, I want to cover, because then West might be a little bit afraid of continuing the queen or 10 of diamonds. We might be able to set up the 9-8 later if they do that. I also kind of want East to win this trick so that West doesn't have an easy shift to a trump. So that's why playing low makes sense. Okay. So West didn't play the 10 of diamonds here. I mean, a good human opponent would always false card in this position. So we couldn't gain a lot of information, but from the robots, I think this is a true card, the queen of diamonds. I mean, if I was like in dummy already, I would like to just take a heart finesse. But I think to get to dummy, I actually need to ruff a club. Like, I was thinking of roughing with a middle heart spot so that I could repeat the heart finesse if necessary, but I don't think it... I just don't have enough entries to do everything. I will need to decide, though. East didn't switch to trumps. They just continued diamonds. I think the Queen of Hearts might be offside. I mean, it looks as if, like, when the Jack of Diamonds holds, East knows the location. East knows the entire diamond layout, right? I didn't duck holding the Ace or Queen of Diamonds, and it looks like East started with Jack 10 4th, so West had Ace Queen 3rd. So, like, a diamond continuation definitely doesn't help their cause. They should be trying to prevent club ruffs and the south hand. I mean, I guess I have a couple of options. One option... I mean, I can obviously ruff this trick and exit a club, eventually win the Ace of Hearts, ruff a club. Like ruff a diamond back to hand, for example, felling West's Ace, and then get back to the King of Spades to pitch a club on the King of Diamonds. I think that's going to be my play. I'm just like kind of curious. If I ruff this with like the 10 of hearts and lead the 3 of hearts out of hand, does East ever duck Queen 3rd? I can win the 8 of hearts, ruff a diamond, setting up the whole suit, play the Ace King of Hearts, cross to the Spade King, or go like Ace Queen Spade, Spade to the King, King of Diamonds pitching a club, 9 of Diamonds pitching a club, Spade pitching a club. I don't know. That feels like a bit of a position to take, especially when the Queen Doubleton of Hearts might just be falling from East. I suppose I will just do this. All right, East wins the club ace. They return a spade. I think it's very clear that the Queen of Hearts is offside now. So we'll win the ace. Let's ruff a club and ruff a diamond. There's the Ace of Diamonds falling. I guess I need to... be a little bit careful. Like, if spades happen to be 4-1, I don't think they are. East probably would have led a singleton spade or switched to a singleton spade. But I think I can safely ruff the 3rd club, play the King of Diamonds, to ruff back to hand. West is going to be showing out on the King of Diamonds. That seems safest to me. I guess if spades actually are 4-1, I'm just going down though. Well, if spades are 4-1 and hearts are 4-1, I'll be going down. Okay. I mean, maybe there's nothing I can do about that layout, though. Like if he started with 4 hearts and 1 spade. Yeah, I don't think I can actually make it if that's the layout of the card. So then maybe it's fine to just ruff a club and try and cross to the spade queen. Cool. We're still in trouble if spades are... I mean, if East has 4 hearts to start with. I guess I could have countered this by, like, cashing the king of spades and then playing the king... I don't know. I mean, whatever. Wow, West is the one with 4 hearts. That's insane. Why did East not switch to trumps? Yikes. We had the Jack of Diamonds lead, no trump switch. I guess it makes sense. East didn't need to switch to trumps immediately, but I think they should have when they got in with the club ace. Probably. Yeah, I mean, I definitely could have made it if I knew West had 4 hearts. I don't know, that was not something I was thinking about. Either way, that's all right. We're down 1, on to board 3. I will pass. Club by West. Partner opens a heart, or overcalls a heart. East doubles. Negative. We could bid 3 hearts preemptive. I don't really like it. It's not a great description of my hand. I mean, I could make a mixed raise. I also don't like that. This hand feels kind of weird because all my values are concentrated in hearts. The queen of clubs might be worthless in their suit. Like, this hand kind of feels like a 2-heart bid to me. I guess I'm just supposed to show my values, though. See, the thing about the mixed raise is, like, oftentimes partner wants to know if they should compete. And normally when you make a mixed raise, it's because you have, like, scattered values somewhere. Like, your partner's often the one who's holding the ace-king of trumps. So we're going to have, like, the king of diamonds and the queen of spades and, like, the queen of hearts or whatever. And that's going to be our mixed raise. Here, because we have so many values concentrated in our suit, our partner might be looking at, like, the ace-jack of diamonds and think that that's a pretty good holding. And in reality, it's not. I don't know. Let's just do the thing that the math indicates. So partner bids 3 hearts. East bids 4 diamonds. It feels like this auction's gone really well for us. The opponents have bypassed 3 no trump. Wow. Excuse me. They're just in a 4-3 spade fit, and yet there's nothing we can do about it. Trumps are splitting. Whoa! Okay, that is a dummy. Oh, God. What does West's hand look like? Interesting question, right? I mean, if I had to guess West's shape, like, I've said this before, the robots don't follow this theory, but West shouldn't have 4 spades. If they had 4 spades, they should probably have bid 3 spades over 3 clubs. So West really should have 3 spades. They're probably something like 3, 4, 1, 5 in shape, if I had to guess. Which isn't great news for us. It means the diamonds will come home if they're able to pull trumps. Partner's high load in clubs. Okay, so what exactly is going on? I mean, it looks like West is down to 2 trumps and a club. Is that right? Partner roughed in on that jack of diamonds, cashed the ace of spades, and then didn't continue pulling trumps. They just set up declares club for them, which is very unfortunate. Like, it might have been possible to score 2 of the last 3 tricks from here, but I think I just have to exit the king of hearts. Eventually I score my long spade. West had 4 spades. Okay, that was not really expected. But we do bid it a trick. 100. I don't know. Kind of a unusual hand. I mean, obviously East with this 4-7 shape was in a bit of a difficult spot. Normally you should be showing your major suit, making the negative double, but that does make the remainder of the auction a little bit difficult. It looks like Declare probably could have made this if they had, I mean, taken the club finesse, for example, against our queen, or worked on the trump suit earlier. Like, they can afford to lose 1 heart trick as long as they only lose 2 spades, because they have no losers in the minors. But things got a little bit difficult with them being forced to rough a couple of hearts and dummy. All right, board 4. Pass, pass, pass. We have 17. I'll open a spade. Partner bids a no trump. I will bid 2 hearts. Partner has a passed hand, jumps to 4 hearts. I think we should pass. Our hand is kind of maximum, and we do have a 5th trump. But the Singleton King of Diamonds is a really useless card. Like, if partner has the Diamond Ace, yes, that covers our loser, but the King of Diamonds doesn't really carry a lot of weight. Then partner's Ace of Diamonds can pitch, what, a spade from our hand, which we're probably setting up anyway. It's definitely possible that we're missing a slam, but I think this one's going to be on partner. They need to find a better bid than 4 hearts if they have slam potential. Like this. Yeah. It's a little tough, obviously. They don't really want to show shortness in our suit. But I mean, I think something like, what would be the right bid over 2 hearts? I guess. Yeah, good question. I mean, maybe 4 hearts is the right bid with their hand. So finding the slam is a little bit challenging. Anyway, we're here. We'll try and make as many tricks as we can. Looks like we have a pretty good opportunity to do so. Robots don't expect me to have this sort of hand after 2 hearts. It's true that the robots make a lot of mistakes in their jump shifts, but this is a hand that I'm pretty sure the robots wouldn't jump shift. Maybe they would, but the singleton king of diamonds is quite bad, and especially with very weak major suits, you don't want to be jump shifting with most you like on a minimum hand with most of your honors and your short suits. Like, this is not a good 17 count, all things considered. Okay, well, let's use as many hand entries as possible to ruff spades, maybe? The alternative is to try and set up the club suit. Let's see what East plays at trick 1. East plays the 6. 5, 3, 6. Looks like maybe it's 5, 2 doubleton is the opening lead. Yeah. So if I win this, ruff a spade, diamond to the king, ruff a spade, club to the king. I mean, the king of clubs could get ruffed, which is not something that we would want to see. But if that holds, ruff a third spade, ace of hearts, ace of diamonds pitching a spade. I mean, unless the ace of spades has fallen, we're going to lose a spade trick. We might only have 11 tricks. Planning to set up clubs might be more profitable. I just don't have a lot of entries. All right, I think I'm going to go with my plan. Let's ruff the spades. Diamond to the king. Spade ruff. Is this going to live? It does. So it was 5-2 doubleton of clubs. There's the queen of spades. So I guess that means we don't even need to worry about pitching a spade on the ace of diamonds. All right, they get a heart and a spade. 650. Would slam have made if we got there? Looks like the answer is no. But maybe there's a possibility. I don't think so. I think we only just have 11 tricks all day. So even though partner has a great hand for us, slam still was not coming home on that one. So board 5. Partner opens a spade. We will bid 2 clubs. Partner bids 2 hearts. I will bid 2 spades to show my support. Partner has patterned out. So they have club shortness, singleton or void. They, wait, what is going on? Oh, this is a cubid. I see. Normal agreement is that you want to show shape below 3 of the major, and you cubid above 3 of the major. Because it's very valuable for us to know if partner has a singleton diamond or singleton club, or balanced shape in this scenario. Like 2-0 would show the 5-4-2-2 hand type, and that gives us a better count on how many tricks we can take. Okay, but so partner has cubed the diamond ace. I mean, we have a really good hand for slam. We have no losers in the minors, and we also just have what looks like might be 8 tricks is possible. We do need a lot of help in the major suits. but something like ace, king, queen, fifth of spades, and the ace of hearts might be enough for 13 tricks. I wonder if... Yeah, I wonder if I should take over and bid keycard. Obviously, I can bid 4 clubs. I guess I'll bid 4 clubs. Partner bids 4 diamonds, showing the first 2 round controls of diamonds. So this makes me a little bit less happy, because I think it's possible partner's cupiding a diamond void now. It's either a diamond void or it's the singleton ace. I mean, singleton ace would be okay. It is kind of true that now partner has a little bit of a club fit, so that's nice. But I don't have communication in diamonds anymore between my hand and partner's hand. Like if partner was sitting on ace third of diamonds, I would be a lot happier. I could use the king, queen of diamonds as entries. I guess I'm just gonna bid 4 now. It would be pretty nice if partner was able to right side the no trump, I think, because I could definitely see us getting to 6 no from here. But it would be a little bit worse for my side because partner might need their king of hearts protected, for example. All right, I'm just gonna bid key card. I don't have a great way forward. If I don't, like 4 hearts isn't really last train, so it would show heart control. I can't do that. Partner has 2 with the queen. I think we just have to bid the slam and hope that it works out. So I guess we'll try 6 spades. Okay. Those were not the 2 key cards that I expected. Also, partner cubed diamonds twice. Did anyone else pay attention to that? I'm not sure that partner can have this hand. Also, didn't partner show extras with the 3 diamond bid? 16 to 22 total points. They were like considering the singleton in my suit was good. This didn't go the way that we were hoping. Partner really botched this one, didn't they? That's okay. I guess we're gonna go down 1 or something. You had an auction where partner ended up blasting to slam. Yeah, slam bidding's a little bit tricky. So like here, if partner had bid 3 diamonds natural, showing a diamond fragment, we would be pretty happy to make a non-serious slam try. And over that, I think partner would sign off in 4 spades, like if I was playing with a real human partner. And I think that's how we would avoid getting to a slam off the ace king of trumps. As it was, I mean, I was pretty convinced partner had a diamond void. Maybe I shouldn't have been, but that's just what it looked like when partner cubed diamonds twice and I'm sitting on the diamond king. So I don't know how North got their wires crossed on this one in terms of what their cubids meant. Like if they had cubed 3 diamonds and then 4 hearts, I would have been less enthusiastic about the prospects, maybe. But it's kind of tough if you and your partner don't have a good cubing style. Anyway, pass by East. We have 11. I will open a diamond. Spade by partner. I will bid a no trump. Partner jumps to 4 spades is interesting. So 1 no trump promised 2 spades. systemically, which I think is a bad agreement, but that's just how the robots play. We get a heart lead, which looks promising. Although we might have a bit of a decision to make. No, we probably don't. I was gonna say we might have to decide if we should take the club finesse or not, because we can obviously pitch a diamond on the third heart. It looks to me like I can pull trumps and pitch the diamond before trying the club finesse, as long as trumps split. So we can go ace of spades, if both follow, unblock the heart ace, cross to the spade king. And now we get a free chance at a second over trick here by trying the club finesse, which is on. We have 13 tricks. One easy game. We bid the slam on the wrong hand, I guess. I kind of understand partners' reluctance to look for slam. I mean, I hate these bids that just jump around all the time in auctions. I say this all the time, and it feels like I keep getting faced with them. That, you know, like, you can game force by bidding 2 clubs and show a single suited spade game force later, and yet the robot decides to just jump to game without even exploring for any possible slams. Like, we had an 11 count. Sure, it was a fitting 11. King of spades, king of hearts, very little wasted in diamonds, and the club ace, and the club hook worked. But we could have had up to 14 in our system. And, you know, this same hand with the king of clubs, and now we're just cold for a slam. So I think partner was a little bit too pessimistic with our chances. The agreement that won no promises a doubleton today worked well for me. Didn't bid a terrible slam, mainly because you found your worst minor fit and not your better one, and you were missing high cards in the suit. That's... yeah, it can happen. I mean, all agreements might work in some scenarios. You just have to pick the ones that you and your partner are most comfortable with. Diamond, a spade, 2 hearts. Well, I got a bid 2 now. I do have a spade stopper. Partner bumps us to game. We get a spade lead. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. The 5 of spades lead. So that's 4th best. There's only 1 card missing in the suit, which means spades are 5-2, in fact. Interesting that West didn't lead an honor. So maybe they have, like, maybe East has, like, Jack 9 doubleton. West would have Queen 10 fifth, I guess is possible. I mean, West could have Queen 10, Queen Jack 5th, or Jack 10 fifth as well. We have 2 spades. We have probably 5 hearts. We have 2 clubs and a diamond. So it looks like 10 tricks. I would like to get an 11th trick. And I think my method to do that is going to be to try and play West for the king of clubs and club shortness. So yeah, so I guess the plan is to win the king of spades, lead a low club, and then eventually play West for like king third of clubs. Spade goes to the 10. So maybe West led from Queen Jack 5th. 2, 7, Jack 5. Okay. Let's duck a club. Now the Queen of Spades comes back. We'll win. I unfortunately don't have the entries to really play for a strip squeeze against West. I mean, if I could run all my hearts, cash the diamond ace, and end in my hand somehow, then maybe we could throw West in with a spade to lead away from the king of clubs. I think we just have to hope that the king of clubs is falling. Nope. So we get 4 more tricks. We just get the 10 that we started with. West had king 10 fourth. What an awful 1 spade overcall. I don't know if I would overcall 1 spade on that. The suit is so bad. The queen jack doubleton of diamonds in the opponent's suit is terrible. You only have 9 highs, you're vulnerable. I don't know. That's a bit of a stretch. Also, did he play the 10 of spades at trick 1 instead of the 9? Why would they play the 10 from 10-9 doubleton? That just doesn't make sense. What are they doing? Okay. Pass, pass. East opens a heart. We're in 4th seat. Our hand is awful. This is where we could make the infamous 4-no bid and have it pass out and probably get a pretty good result. But I'll pass. West bids a no trump. East jump shifts to 3 diamonds, which could be anything. Pass by S. 3-no by West. Queen of clubs lead. Partner? Hello? Oh no, partner, come on. That can't be the way to play the club suit, is it? You just lead the queen from queen 10 doubleton? Oh god. This is not good. I gotta hold on to my clubs. My 9 of clubs is protecting the suit. $430. Fascinating. So Declarer, why did they play a low diamond and then duck when North played the jack? Low diamond, jack of diamonds, and it just held. What? Why would they play it like this? That's crazy, right? I don't know. Anyway, Declarer was able to make their 10 tricks. I mean, it looks like they could have done better if they took a spade finesse early, but obviously there's some risks involved in doing that. Also, why did partner put in the jack of diamonds? You know what? It doesn't matter. On to board 9. East opens a diamond. Partner's a passed hand. We're favorable. I mean, this looks like a perfect opportunity to stick a very large spade bid in. So I'm thinking about 3 spades. Obviously, I could overcall 1 spade. I just don't have a lot of offense. I don't know why that leads me to bidding more, because if I get doubled in 3 spades, it's going to be really bad. But I'm just going to bid 3 spades. I don't know. It was my first instinct was to do this. Oh no. This can't be good. No, partner, what is this? Partner, come on. What is 4 spades? 1 or more spades. Oh boy. It honestly feels like maybe we could have reached a different contract on this one. I mean, it's possible the opponents are making something. Well, it's very likely the opponents will bid and make something. But maybe we could have stolen this at like 2 spades or 3 spades if we had a little bit of a different start to the auction. So I got 2 diamonds, 2 hearts, a club, and a spade at the very least to lose. I guess I win the diamond ace. And I lead a trump to the, I don't know. I think I'm going to play for 2-2 spades, because if spades are 3-1, it makes it much more likely the opponents can make something, like 5 clubs, for example. Okay. All right, well, we're down 3. I don't think that's going to score. Spades are 3-1. Yeah, I'm not convinced that's going to score very well. Actually, I'm certain this is just going to be like close to a 0. Well, maybe it's not a 0. Other people might bid 3 spades as well. But I don't think the opponents are going to reach 5 clubs on those cards if left undisturbed. Like, if we overcall spade, maybe West bids 2 clubs. I think they'll bid a no trump. And then the opponents will peter out in some sort of part score. I mean, it could be a funny push if the opponents get to like 3 clubs or something and we sell out to it, then they'll score 150 that way. So we push at minus 150. But I feel like partner really should have passed 3 spades. Maybe East would reopen with double then, and they get to 4 clubs. Maybe there's no way to avoid minus 150. Obviously, 3 spades opened us up to minus 300. Board 10. East opens a club. I will bid 1 spade. Double by West. 2 hearts by East. I'm going to bid 2 spades. I have a good hand. 4 hearts by West. Pass, pass. Well, I mean, it's got to be tempting to double this. It sounds as if partner is likely to be short in spades, if anyone. I mean, if partner had a spade fit, they might have bid. Maybe partner really has just like 0 high card points and 3 spades, though. That would make a lot of sense as well. And then doubling would be bad. I mean, we have 3 tricks in our hand, but probably not going to get very many more. I also need to decide if I would lead a singleton club or not. So we can think about our opening lead before deciding what to bid here. Obviously, if partner has an entry, I want to lead the stiff club, get a club rough. That would be our 4th trick. If partner doesn't have an entry, it's probably right to lead spades and hope to give partner a rough. I wonder if partner is like 3, 2, 4, 4. Do we with no high cards? Do we think they'll pull a double to 4 spades? Should they pull a double to 4 spades? Probably, right? Because our double isn't really like I have a huge penalty of hearts, right? I overcalled 1 spade and rebid 2 spades. I have a long spade suit, but double is just like I have some values. So when partner has a fit with us, they should probably bid 4 spades, thinking it might make. I guess I'm going to go after it. Okay. Partner pulls to 4 spades. They are 3, 2, 4, well, ish, 3, 2, 5, 3. Yeah, first question. Are they making 4 hearts? They have, well, it looks like East has the heart king, because West has led a heart. I mean, we'll put up the queen. No! West has the heart king. So they were not making 4 hearts. But this is kind of important because we now really need to make 4 spades, which is possible. We have no heart losers anymore, so we might just lose a club, a diamond, and a spade. I think I need to use all my entries to lead diamonds towards the king-queen. We'll probably play east for ace doubleton of diamonds. And I guess we might have to play for 2-2 trumps as well. Okay, well, looks like we are not making 4 spades doubled, which is a little disappointing because obviously they were going down in 4 hearts. But I'm not sure I blame partner for pulling with this shape. I mean, the queen of hearts might have given me a little bit of hesitation. Obviously, I wouldn't be doubling 4 hearts if I didn't think we could sit for it. And partner does have some trump stuff. I guess let's exit a diamond for now. So East has turned up with nothing in hearts, nothing in diamonds, and the ace, king, queen of clubs. They definitely have at least one of the spade honors. I guess I'm still just going to cash the spade ace. Play for the trumps to split. I see. Did East open like a 10 count or something? They had an 11 count, 6-4, a couple of jacks. I get it. Well, this didn't go the way we wanted. Not at all. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I don't feel bad about my auction. The real question is, should partner be passing the double of 4 hearts with the queen doubleton and 3-card spade support or not? I think it's close, but that did not work out. I think we're sitting at like a 40% game, by the way. This has been just a completely awful day all around. I've guessed everything wrong, and I've probably also misplayed 3 or 4 times. We have 7. I will pass. Partner opens a no trump. I think we're good here. We get a spade lead. We have a lot of spot cards, huh? Queen 10-9 of diamonds, ace 10-9 of spades, queen 8, queen 10 of hearts. I don't think I'm unblocking the queen of spades, but it's somewhat tempting. 10 of clubs switch. Sure. And he switches to the king of diamonds. This is a very suspect defense. He plays back the 6 of clubs is interesting. That 10 of clubs switch. Well, the 7 of clubs is still missing. I think West has that card. So there doesn't appear to be any reason for me to play low, hoping West's switch was from 10-9 doubleton. So I'll play the 8. Wow, East just wins the diamond ace. I thought they might duck that one. Wait, East returned the 6 of clubs from 7-6? No. Why did they do this? It's okay. I think I can get away with just losing the ace of hearts from here, unblock the diamond queen, unblock the spade queen, cash a club, pitching a spade, and then lead a heart over. So 120. 4 diamonds, pass, pass. Wow. Big start to the auction. We have a singleton diamond. I mean, generally I would say my principle in a lot of these scenarios is when we're short in the opponent's suit, we should always reopen with a double. I have the feeling that the robots believe double shows a lot of values here. But like, if we were 4-4-1-4 with like an 11 count, we should definitely be reopening with a double. There's a little bit of protection from the law of total tricks on these balancing doubles when you're short in the opponent's suit, because the opponents are more likely to have length, and therefore, you know, the total number of tricks on the hand is likely to be higher than if we had, say, a doubleton diamond, for example. Like, at imps, it would be a huge disaster to pass this out. At match points, you could kind of go either way because you're effectively wagering the same number of match points on either action. Like if the field is passing this out and you decide to double, then if you're making, you're going to get 100. And if you're not making, then you're going to get 0. And vice versa. If the field's doubling, then you end up kind of flipping between the other two options. I'm a little worried with this partner. I'm going to make the takeout double, but my concerns with this partner specifically is the robots believe that you must have support for all 3 of the other suits to make a takeout double. So our partner could bid 5 clubs when 4 of a major is a better spot, which could be bad for us because we only have a doubleton club. Another concern is that oftentimes when we're short in the opponent's suit, our partner is passed because they have some values and they're planning to sit for a reopening double, converting it to penalty. And the robots just don't do that, like, at all. They never sit for takeout doubles. They just think takeout doubles are for takeout. Anyway, I'm going to double. Partner bids 4 hearts. I'll pass. We get a club lead. This is a nice bid from our partner. Thank you. Good understanding. They have hearts, and 4 hearts is a game. They also have longer clubs, but the 5 level is much farther away. So how are the opponents doing in 4 diamonds? Interesting question. Because we didn't get doubled. It does look like we're probably going down. 2 of clubs lead's a little strange to me. I wonder if that means East has like king doubleton of diamonds. That would be a reason for leading away from like queen 4th of clubs or whatever, as opposed to leading partner suit. Now the 2 of clubs is 4th best, so we will have the opportunity to pitch a diamond on the 3rd round of clubs. I think that's going to be my plan. I'm going to win the club trick, unblock the other club, cross to the heart ace, and pitch a diamond on the club king. We're not exactly out of the woods yet, because even if West can't ruff on that 3rd round of clubs, we're still pretty far away from pulling trumps and only losing 2 spades, but I think we at least have a chance. Well, 2 spades and the king of hearts, I guess. But yeah, I think we do at least have a chance. So the jack of clubs holds, ace of clubs, heart to the ace, king of clubs pitching a diamond. Feels like the right plan. East also didn't lead a high spade. I mean, something weird is happening, right? Something weird is definitely happening. I don't know. Let's start with this and see what happens on the 3rd round of clubs before we do anything else. West shows out. Fair enough. I mean, presumably at this point, we try and set up the spades in South's hand, leading towards the queen 10 a couple of times. I don't really see why not, so let's do that. Yeah, it looks like East doesn't have the ace king of spades, so we should definitely stick in an intermediate spot here, like the 9. West wins the ace. Continues a spade? Whoa! Why would they do this? I mean, now we're just cold. We can knock out the king of hearts and, I mean, effectively claim. I think I can claim now, actually. Just knock out the king of hearts. Wow, East had the ace doubleton of diamonds, didn't want to lead it. They led from queen 4th of clubs. Was I actually making this if West hadn't returned a spade there, though? Hold on a second. I don't think I was actually making it. Like, if West just plays a diamond here, don't I go down? I have to ruff, and then I'm kind of, like, trapped in South's hand. And, like, if I exit a low spade, East gets to win, and then go king of hearts heart, pulling trumps. I guess I could, like, ruff a club, setting up a club, ruff a spade, play a club pitching it. No, it's, I'm just, I don't understand why they returned a spade here. This is so confusing to me. Why would they do this? I was very convinced I was just going down. Wow. Big mistake by them. For what it's worth, they were making 4 diamonds. They have 2 clubs and a heart to lose. But otherwise, they have the rest. So really, to get a good result on that board, not only did they need to beat 4 hearts, but they needed to double it. It's tough from East's perspective. I mean, East has no idea the king of hearts is a trick. East has no idea the king of spades is a trick. East has no idea that his ace of diamonds is cashing. So I can understand the reluctance to double 4 hearts. But anyway, board 13. We got 4 boards to go. A diamond from our partner. We will bid 1 spade. Partner bids 2 diamonds, so I think 3 clubs is forcing. It is. Partner bids 3 hearts. I guess I'm looking at 3 now. The spades will set up for enough tricks, and I probably have an entry in the king of hearts. I mean, a lot of the time we want to be looking for a 7-card major suit fit, and I have no idea if partner's actually promising 4 hearts in this auction. I don't think they should be, but if they were, then 4 hearts actually has some merit. We could maybe ruff diamonds in my hand, setting up partner's diamond suit. I'm just gonna bid 3 now, though. Get a heart lead. Great. Wow. Oh God, it's awful. It hurts. Please stop doing this. I know I've said this before. Rebidding 5-card suits is so bad. Oh boy. Well, we get a heart lead. So, I mean, it really does look like maybe 4 hearts was the spot. We're gonna need a little bit of help in that either the ace of diamonds is on side or the opponents don't work out to switch to diamonds fast enough. We will take the hard finesse at trick 1 and then set up spades. I mean, that has to be the first plan. Okay, fortunately East has won the ace of spades and continues the suit. I mean, I guess I'm pitching diamonds. I need to decide just how greedy I'm going to be, because if I pitch a diamond here, I think that's going to make it very clear to West to switch to diamonds if they have the club ace. Whereas if I pitch a club, and then I lead a club up towards the queen, I mean, for one thing, West might duck, so I might just be able to steal a club trick. But even if they do hop up with the club ace, leading through the 4-card diamond suit is a little bit riskier than leading through like king third of diamonds. Like, I'm pretty convinced West will always find a diamond switch from like queen 10 third or queen 10 fourth if I pitch down to king third. I guess I'm gonna... I have 3 spades and 3 hearts from here. If I steal a club trick, am I happy? I guess that's a real question, because I might just have 10 tricks available. If the ace of diamonds is on side and I guess the jack of clubs, we do have 10 tricks. So maybe I'm not content to just try and cash out for 9 tricks. All right, we'll pitch a diamond. I am going to lead a club to the... Okay. Ace of diamonds was on side. That's fortunate. 630. Yeah, I hadn't really decided which club I was going to play if West played low, but I think I was going to go up with the queen. So, good defense by them, taking that ace of diamonds before it went away. Maybe an okay result. I mean, we stayed out of any real trouble. We got to no trump when we took the maximum number of tricks. That has to be pretty good. Pass by East. I will pass. Partner opens a diamond in 4th seat. I mean, I'm going to bid a heart. I could definitely see with this partner just passing a diamond, because I think the auction could easily get out of hand if we bid a heart, but we'll see what happens. 2 clubs by West, overcall. 2 spades by partner. The good old reverse. I think I'm just going to pass 2 spades. My whole point of bidding a heart is I just wanted to escape to a better contract than 1 diamond. And I think I've done that. Like, I think I'm ahead of some portion of the field already. And given that partners bid my short suits, partner doesn't have a heart fit, they would have made a support double. The opponents have bid one of my long suits. And East will be over roughing partner in clubs. I just don't think we have a chance to make anything more than this. We might even already be too high, but this feels like our best chance. So club lead, wow, the 9 of clubs lead. So West overcalled king, queen, jack, 5th. So we have 2 clubs, a heart, and some large number of spades to lose. Cool. That's not the most promising start. So I guess I'm going to start out with 3 rounds of diamonds roughing. Ace, king of diamonds pitching a club. It's possible that West has a doubleton diamond and over roughs, in which case we're not in great shape. But that feels like the best way to start. I would like to lead a low heart and put West to this guess, because they don't know that North has a singleton heart. It could be a king doubleton. So, 2 of diamonds, 8 of diamonds. This doesn't make me very happy. Okay. I mean, somewhat tempting to try the jack of diamonds now and pitch another club loser. Hope that East doesn't cover. I guess I'll give it a shot. Okay, East does cover. Whoa, East has the heart ace. Oh no, that's really bad news. Hello? Why did West not rough? Excuse me, West, hello? Ugh. Is this really the way the play has gone? Why did East not pull trumps if they had so many spades? I don't know, very strange. I mean, we made it. Oh, West just put up the king of spades for maybe no reason. 110. I mean, we definitely could have done a little bit better if we knew that East had the heart ace. I was trying to avoid West getting in with the ace of hearts and then cashing a few clubs. But, I mean, plus 110, right? We got a plus score. We didn't play in 1 diamond. So feels like maybe a slightly positive result. Maybe we can do better in 2 spades if we play a little bit more accurately or guess better. 2 boards to go. 15. I will pass. North opens a spade. Not again. This time we're vulnerable. I have a little bit of spade support. My hand is pretty mediocre. I'm just going to pass a spade. Double by West. 2 hearts by East. Partner balances with 2 spades. Oh no, not again. So partner could have opened 2 spades in 4th seat. No, this is 3rd seat. Never mind. We're a different scenario. I mean, they could have opened 2 spades in 3rd seat as well, but I'm not convinced that partner should be doing this with an 11 count. Anyway, I'm happy here. We get a diamond lead. Partner has an 18 count. Wait a second. What was the... It's 11 to 21 high card points? Like, do you really think that... Okay, first off, partner should be redoubling over West takeout double. Like, that much is 100% clear. Partner needs to let me know that this is our hand, even though I wasn't able to act over 1 spade. So an 18 count like this is just actually impossible at this point in the hand, especially when it's all aces and kings. Well, we're in 2 spades. And we get a diamond lead, which doesn't exactly help us, but it kind of does. We're going to be able to set up a diamond trick and dummy, and that's going to force the opponents to lead suits for us. Diamond to the king. Not exactly what I wanted to see. I was hoping West had the king, queen of diamonds, because as the takeout doubler, West is pretty likely to have spade shortness. And so then I could have gone ace, king of spades, stripping their trumps, and then exited a diamond. They would have to lead a club away from probably the ace or a heart away from maybe the king. As is... I mean, our heart spots are actually good enough that if East has something like Jack 8 third of hearts or Jack 8 fourth, and East switches to hearts, we can pick up the suit. I guess this means let's pull trumps and knock out the queen of diamonds, throw East in. Great. Trumps are 4-1. No surprise. Okay, we do get a club switch, which is helpful. Wow. East started with a singleton club and didn't lead it. They had natural trump tricks. This is like the first time I've seen the robots utilize the fact that they have natural trump tricks, so they didn't want to rough. So this makes me think West shape is probably 1, 3, 4, 5. And there's just nothing I can do other than lead a heart up to the queen. This is a lot of heart discards. Why did everyone discard? Oh, East had the king of hearts anyway. Okay, never mind. 110. How bad would 2 hearts doubled have been? I don't know. Probably not terrible for them. Last board. I mean, we've had a couple of better boards throughout the final set. Or final 4 or 5 hands, but man, we had such a terrible game going into the double-digit board numbers. Partner opens a spade. East overcalls 2 clubs, vulnerable against not. Great. Awesome bid. I'm going to bid 3 spades. 3 clubs is a Q bid. We don't have a way to show a mixed raise, so I'm happy to preempt, especially at these colors. 4 clubs, pass, pass. Good enough for me. I've done my job. Partner knows that we have a spade fit, didn't want to compete, didn't want to double. Let's lead a... I guess we'll just lead a spade. And we should probably lead a high spade to let partner know that we don't have any honors in the suit. Whoa! What? Okay, so West has a 6 or 5 club bid, like very clearly a 5 club bid after a vulnerable 2-level overcall. Partner has a club void and couldn't take a call in this auction, which is crazy. This is going great. Are they taking a roughing hook? Do I get my queen of hearts? Maybe? I mean, all right. 150. So they... I'm sorry, I don't understand how Declare misplayed this hand so badly. They have a 2-way guess for the Queen of Hearts, and they took neither guess. They just cashed the Ace-King with a 7-card fit. What? Hey, we ended at 51. That's not so bad. I think I was about right, that we might have been at like 40% going into the last 6 boards. So I feel a little bit better about our end result. Board 14 was a complete top. getting to two spades on this one. I think the point here was just playing one of a minor at match points is often not a very good contract, regardless of whether or not it's your top spot, from the perspective of like a double dummy situation. It's just like sometimes when your partner is going to play one of a minor, players at other tables will be overcalling or making a takeout double or something, and the opponents could get too high. You might double them and collect a big result that way. So keeping some of these auctions alive is important, and especially when one of a minor might not even be making. Like here, one diamond, when we have a singleton and partner suit, we could be in a 3-1 fit, which is terrible. We could be in a 4-1 fit or a 5-1 fit, which are also quite bad. So bidding one heart makes a lot of sense, and then we do have a bit of decision to make over two spades. Obviously, playing with a human partner, you would want to have like a talk about this, preferably before doing it. Like if I was playing with a first-time human partnership, I would not have passed two spades here. I guess I would have bid 2-no and kind of Levensold into three spades would have been my decision. But yeah, once your partner kind of understands that you're just taking a little bit of a position anti-field to try and get a better result, then it's perfectly okay to start passing some of these forcing bids. You got to two spades but didn't make it. It was not the easiest hand to play. I think I could have done better again if I knew that East had the heart ace instead of West, but I was happy with my approach at the very least. I wasn't getting in trouble with like West playing a bunch of clubs through North's hand as East over roughs. So that was preferable. Only other good result really was board 12. We made 4 hearts. We got to 4 hearts and then... Yeah, this was very weird. Like, West definitely should have beat us by just not setting up our spades at the end of play. I don't know why they went about setting up the spade suit for us, but that was a big mistake. I wonder how good minus 100 would have scored, though, because I think a lot of players will pass out 4 diamonds, and then they're just going to be minus 140 or 130. So minus 100 might have also gotten quite a few match points there. A couple of 70s. But, man, board 1, I did say for science we were going to do this, and I did science pretty well, but I was right. The entire rest of the field played 2 spades from North and ended up taking an extra trick when East didn't lead a club at some point in the defense.